Hi everybody, this is Dino from Prehistoric Facts, and this is an answering questions episode, so we can actually get right to it. So this first question is from Brendan from Morris, New York. What kind of sound Andrewsarchus and Hyaenodon made? Did they really roar? Well, that's a really good question, considering that these are all both prehistoric mammals that actually are separated from each other for a few million years. But the thing is that how do they sound is very, very difficult. Because normally soft tissue doesn't normally fossilize, so we don't know what their vocal cords might have looked like. For Andrewsarchus, if it is like an entelodont-like animal, or was like a hippo-like animal, it would be making like these really low, rumbling type of sounds, or otherwise if it's still like the hoofed predator that we saw in Walking with Prehistoric Beasts, we would probably might be, I would say probably kind of making these growling sounds, but I don't think it really roared. It probably actually just made these kind of like growling sounds, but that's just my guess on that. As for Hyaenodon, I would think it probably roared a tad bit, probably not like lions do, but I would actually say that it maybe actually probably kind of maybe like yapped a little bit, kind of like what some people have back in the past have actually heard of the Tasmanian tiger, or otherwise the thylacine, because they say they made these like yapping sounds, these really loud, high-pitched yapping sounds. So it might have actually sounded like that. You never know. But determining how those two animals sound is very, very difficult, so we'll never know. But that's always the question. And then Benjamin from Hong Kong, his first question is the Tyrannosaur that appeared in Chased by Sea Monsters Apalachosaurus or Daspletosaurus? Well, if you're going into 75 million years, is where you actually see, in terms of like the most dangerous sea of all time, the Western Interior Seaway. Probably the Tyrannosaur that was shown was probably either Albertosaurus or otherwise Daspletosaurus. Apalachosaurus did not exist during the time around 75 million years. It actually was earlier than that. Apalachosaurus actually appeared around 80 million, probably like around 85 to 80 million years ago. Lived in the eastern part of North America. But you see, I'd probably say it's probably a little bit more Daspletosaurus, because Daspletosaurus is more of an inland Tyrannosaur, whereas like Albertosaurus kind of stayed a little bit more closely to like rivers and streams type of Tyrannosaur. But even though Daspletosaurus had to be near a water source in order to actually survive, because predators need to be near a water source at all times, so that way it can actually go after prey, and also it can actually get a drink of water. So that probably might answer your question, is that it's probably Daspletosaurus in Chased by Sea Monsters. And your second question is, does the claw of Noasaurus match Deinonychus' claw? No. First of all, Noasaurus is not a dromaeosaur. From what I'm looking at, it is that the only bones that have been found of Noasaurus is the maxilla, the upper jaw, the back of the skull, of neck vertebrae, one finger that actually has a claw, and then one toe bone. That's it. So it was not a fully complete animal. So that's probably the reason why it is that we don't know that much about this dinosaur. But the skull drawings that I've seen, the skull artist renditions that I've seen, almost look like Machikosaurus in a way. So it might be related to Machikosaurus, where it might actually have like these claws that are actually designed to actually capture fish, and it look like the teeth might be actually designed to capture fish. So in terms of being like Deinonychus' claws, not really. Deinonychus' claws are much thinner, and also they actually are strong enough to be able to actually withstand being on a high stress type of moving prey, whereas like Noasaurus and Machikosaurus be wiggling a lot. So that's probably the case, is that Noasaurus is a little bit more closely related to Machikosaurus, whereas Deinonychus is part of the dromaeosaur family, and so that's where you actually have the types of dinosaurs that are not closely related to each other. The claws are not similar to each other. Deinonychus's claws are a bit thinner, and they can actually just kind of stab into prey for getting on top of the prey, and also grab holding of small prey, mainly prey that is moving on the ground, whereas Noasaurus would be just capturing stuff that is in the water. Alright, that's it for now. Next week will actually be a new special episode. So if you got any prehistoric animals you want me to talk about, whether it be dinosaurs, reptiles, mammals, anything like that, mainly vertebrates, that you want me to talk about, feel free to actually let me know by posting in the Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts with Dino Chris, either on the wall or even in the comments section, or you can email them to me at dinocris71@gmail.com and let me know. Or otherwise, if you see a prehistoric animal that I have done already and there's new information about it, let me know. I can do a redux, and so I can actually do that. But you can still send me questions about dinosaurs or any other prehistoric life by emailing me at dinocris71@gmail.com, or as going to my Facebook page, Prehistoric Facts of Dino Chris. Like the page, you can actually post your questions in the comments section or on the Facebook, or otherwise on the wall or on the wall on the Facebook page. But remember, keep your questions short to the point. You could also follow me on Twitter at CSGRALL. That's my Twitter page. I post pretty cool stuff on there. Also, take care of the people around you, and also for younger people out there, to make sure to listen to your parents, your teachers, and your guardians. It's the best motivation you could have for good education. It's very important to have a good education. So with a good education, you get a good job in the future. All right, that's it for now. And I'll see you guys next week.